I love these ideas. I choose love. Let me live in a holy, holy way. And that song is not to some outside power. Oh, outside power, let me live in a holy, holy way. It's not that. It's about that inner conversation inside of us and the resistance to just giving it all to our spiritual growth. That resistance, I don't know about you, but the resistance that I have, where I want to hold back a little bit, I want to put the brakes on a little bit, and I don't want to just go for it. And so that song to me is about, oh, let me just go for it. If I get up on the edge of the cliff, let me have that courage to just jump off, knowing that I'm either going to find a place to put my feet or that I'm going to sprout wings and fly. And then there's the video from Ken. And I came up with my topic. Is that a topic? Oh, we're going to do the identity. You went back for me, didn't you, Mark? You did a great job today. We're going to start off with the identity first. I know that within myself there is that life which is perfect, complete, divine. It was never born and cannot die, for it lives and is God. Within myself is the wholeness, peace, poise, and power of life. This life is health, it is abundance, it is love. There is one life, and it is the life of God. And this is my life now, and so it is. Excellent. Yay. So I came up with this of a disciplined thought. And the key point of this is a disciplined thought. All I need is one disciplined thought. I don't have to have all my thoughts be disciplined. I just need one. And I need that disciplined thought when I need it. I need to be able to turn to that. I need to be able to have that instead of falling into an undisciplined thought. And if I have an undisciplined thought, then I'm not choosing in my life. I choose love. Well, how do you choose love? You choose love by having a disciplined thought. And doesn't it feel good? We get to see all the pictures and hear Sean singing, I choose love, and we've got the strength to rise above, and it's for the whole world, and all there is love. Oh no, that's in a couple of weeks. When we go into that experience where we can just let go and we can sit here and we can say, well, of course I choose love. That's different than when we're out in the world and something other than love is coming up. Something that lets me feel that there isn't love here. And so I shouldn't be choosing love because there's not love there. So I am filled with righteous justification of choosing not love, because that is not love. That's an undisciplined thought. When someone brings me an opportunity to choose love, it's up to me to have the wherewithal to do it. It's up to me to be able to have the skills inside of myself to choose love. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Don't you want to do that?
Yeah.
Don't you want to really be spiritual all the time? Don't you want to be holy? Yes. Yes, of course you do. And so when we're in an experience where we're not being so holy, where we're not living in a holy way at all, there is that desire within me that says, please, let me get to the edge of the cliff and jump. And just jump into it. Let me let go of all of my resistance, all of my worry, all of my fear, all of my, as Dr. Ken said, my small thought. Let me let go of that and just have the courage inside of me to jump. That's what I want to do. It's not to an outside power that says, oh, please, if you're not too busy, let me live in a holy, holy way. No, it's all inside of me. It's all about whether or not I have the discipline inside of myself to do what I need to do for me. And then we got the video. We just got the video yesterday. We actually downloaded QuickTime Player to play it at 5 o'clock this morning. And what I heard when I was sitting in that banquet hall, and Ken was just laying it all out, that we've done all of this work. We've put so much money into integration. We've put so many hundreds of thousands of hours of people volunteering their time to bring this split back together, to be able to live the oneness that we teach and to go beyond everybody's opinions. There were people, certainly in my experience not too long ago, who literally said over my dead body, and God heard. And then we could. But how are we as religious scientists, how are we as people who want to live in a holy way that we say, no, I'll never forgive that. I'll never forget that. And when I was sitting in that banquet hall and I was listening to Ken say, it's the time to hold on to judgment is over, I looked at myself, I said, well, I'm not a judgmental person. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not a racist. I'm open. I choose love, as long as you're lovable. As long as it's feeling good, I choose love. And I said, oh, Barbara. John's going to be gone a lot. And I'm stepping up. And one of my Achilles heels that I hear come out of my mouth all the time, particularly in classes, is my own personal, vendetta is too big of a word, my own personal prejudice against the Baptists. I've got this issue. I've got this issue, and I can give you a great bunch of stories about how they totally twisted the teachings of Jesus, and they use it to frighten little children and to control and manipulate, and they've totally taken the Bible out of context, and they're not lovable. And I listened to Karen, and I said, oh no, you've really got to step up here. You've got to step to the edge of this cliff and jump. Because I don't have any problem with Hindus, I don't have any problem with Buddhists, I don't have any problem with people in the Tao or Shinto or Judaism or Muslims or anything other than Christian. And then that's my issue. And I thought, how in the world are we going to be able to live in a holy, holy way if I still hold on to that level of judgment? I am undisciplined. I need a disciplined thought. I need a disciplined thought, but I only need one. Easy one. God is all there is. All paths lead to God. Because God is all there is. How can you go any place other than to God? It's all here. That's all that there is. It's like a fish swimming around in the water going, everything goes to the wet. Of course it does. Because everything is wet. All paths lead to God. Because God is all that there is. So how could that be wrong? And what is it about me that still feels the need to be spiritually superior? Oh, we know we're creating our reality. Those other people don't. So what? We're all in this together. We're all alive and well on planet Earth in 2012. We're all bringing in, well, 2012 may be the year, we're all bringing in some kind of transformational shift. Some would say we're closing out the calendar. I don't know. I think that we're all going to be here come December 22nd, 2012, and we're still going to have the same stuff we've got going on now unless we've made some changes. So here we are all together. And I'm thinking all we need is a disciplined thought. Not 100 disciplined thoughts, just one. Because when you have a disciplined thought, and that means that you consciously control it, then it opens up doorways. I don't know if anybody in this room has ever worked out. If you've ever worked out, you know that working out is a discipline. You don't just get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee and all of a sudden you're at the gym. You get up in the morning and you do what it is that is yours to do in a disciplined way so that at some time during that day or week, whatever your schedule is, you have worked out. It's the Academy Awards tonight. You know, those people didn't just sit on their couch and have an Academy Award nomination dropped in their lap. There is a discipline. They have been primarily focused in life to create the thing that was theirs to create. They have been, some would say, obsessed with their craft. It's a discipline. When you have a discipline in your life, things happen. A disciplined thought leads to a disciplined action. A disciplined thought leads to a disciplined act. And if you want to have your actions be disciplined, be in alignment with what you really want your life to be, then you've got to get a hold of that thought and discipline it. And that doesn't mean that you're smacking it with a stick. It's not that kind of discipline. But you've got to be able to master it. You've got to be able to control it. You've got to be able to grab hold of it. When John and I were in New Orleans, I allowed myself to open up to this idea that I was getting really, really sick. And I did. I am so powerful. I got myself really, really sick. And then a number of days into that, when I was thinking, oh my God, what have I done? I allowed myself to get really, really sick. I thought, all I need is one thought. All I need to do is hold on to one thought. And that one thought was, I am perfectly healthy. I am perfectly healthy. I am perfectly healthy. And I got to tell you, I couldn't go right there. I was feeling too sick. And so what I did is I started working with myself to bring that thought into the discipline of what I wanted, which was not to be really sick. And so what I did is I said, I know every time I've been really sick in my life, I've come out of it. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to end. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a point when I am no longer sick. And I went, well, yeah, because the only choice of that is that this is going to kill me, and I'm not ready to go. So I'm opening up to this idea that says, I've experienced this in the past, it has worked out, and so I can begin to open up to that idea that once again my body will be healthy. And once I could open up to that, once that I started grabbing a hold of my thought process, everything started to shift. And then as it shifted, then I could go to a weird illness, this you don't sleep illness, you just sit up in bed all night and have a great opportunity to do treatment work. So I could go into this idea that inside of every cell of my body, there's the health and wholeness of God itself. There's a light, there's a wisdom, there's an intelligence inside of every little cell in my body. It knows just what to do. It has everything that it needs. It gets along well with others. It plays with other cells very well, combining to make organs and tissues and systems and to experience that health and wholeness in my physical body. Once I could do that, and I could dedicate my time to thinking that over and over and over again, my circumstances changed. The experience in my body changed. But I had to be willing to grab hold of that one thought. I had to be willing to bring myself into alignment with what I wanted instead of how I was reacting. Because you're either going to have a disciplined thought or you're going to have a confused thought. You're either going to think in alignment with what you want or you're going to react in life to the circumstances that have happened up until now. And that's when our judgments come up, when I'm reacting. That's when I get to say, oh, this is worthy of my time, or this isn't. This is a worthy person, or this isn't. Or this is a worthy cause, or this isn't. So in this idea of a disciplined thought, it takes one. And when we bring discipline into our thinking, we bring discipline into our actions. When we bring discipline into our actions, we bring discipline into our lives. The discipline that I am picking up right now is the discipline of saying, nobody's better than us, nobody's worse than us. That we truly are either all God in form or we aren't. And so since I'm not willing to go with we aren't, it's got to be that everyone and everything is a perfect manifestation of the divine. And I'm not willing to give into the illusion anymore that comes from a small thought that says, I'm going to just give in for a moment and hang out in confusion, hang out in race consciousness, hang out in lack and limitation. I'm not willing to give in to that anymore. I am truly willing to step up and embrace all that this teaching offers for me, for you, for our movement, and for our world. I love you very much.